What's up there, YouTube? Section 333 here. Happy Sunday. Beautiful weather out today. A little on the brisk cold side. I am going to... so my wife's actually working this Sunday, so I am going to make some dinner soon for when she gets home. This way there's something on the table when she gets home. I was actually going to make... I'm going to make it. An Irish seafood chowder. Which is a good recipe too. And I love stews and things like that. It's one of the reasons I like this weather, the colder weather, because I like stews. I like to make soups, things like that. Those are good things to make for this kind of weather. Smoking the Petweson Dracula. This is called the 999 shape. They call it. It's a bulldog, you know, nothing but a bulldog shape, and it's a great pipe. I take it out if I'm like going to a cigar club or something like that. Believe it or not, I take this with me. It's not too expensive of a pipe. It actually gets a lot of looks because of the red stem with the smoke accents in it, supposedly. Yeah, a lot of people really like this pipe. They get a lot of questions about it. Smoking Maltese Falcon by Pease. Love this blend. Love the way it smells, the way it tastes. Beautiful retro hale on this. Really holds the smoke nicely. Beautiful ash. I like the rum note, actually. Surprisingly, my wife actually likes the rum note of this because it's got such a nice campfire scent to it without being too overwhelming. I want to discuss some things with lighters a little bit. One of the things with lighters, I got like 3 styles with me right now. I got the classic Zippo, right? Now this, in order to get this to work for a pipe, you have to drill a hole right here so that it will work with a pipe. All right. So when you hold it and draw down on it, there we are. So when you hold it and you draw down on it, now these are good for windy situations, things like that. This will hold a flame as long as you keep fluid in it. Thing is, the fluid dries up, does use. They do make the Thunderbird insert for this. They make a pipe insert. They make a regular insert. They make a turbo flame insert for the blue flame. You can get a soft yellow flame like this. This is probably my preferred way to light anything, in all honesty, because I feel like this is very reliable even in cold weather. And you got these. This is a Vertigo Puffer Elite. Now this style, you get a tamper, you get the pick, and you get the scoop here. Alright, so you have the tools on here. Problem is, these tools take up space. So your chamber is all this blue part that's right here. It's pretty, works beautiful, it's well designed to go into the pipe without burning your hand. It's a good lighter. Then you got the I Am Corona style. Now the upside of this is it's a big lighter. Holds a lot of fuel. You can use it for a long period of time. Now this is an I Am Corona. This is not a Peterson, not a Karaku. It might be a Karaku. Yeah, I think it is. I know this is a Japanese brand. That I know. It's a very nice lighter. I believe they make the Petersons as well, this company. I like this chrome style, I have to admit. It's one of the prettier lighters I've ever owned. As you can see, very reflective and pretty. It's got this nice striping. It's very gentlemanly, I would say. That's how when I see this lighter, that's how I look at it. You get a nice flame, you can adjust the flame, things like that. It's perfect for a pipe. Now, the disadvantage here is wind, of course. So, can't go wrong really with any of them. It depends on your situation. Like I said, and when it gets cold, you got to keep these in your pocket, because the gas that you put in here, the fuel you put in here, that butane, that will, if it can't aerosolize, it can't ignite, and so it has to aerosolize. And in colder weather, it's tougher to do. It's like using a propane tank in the winter. It's actually tougher to do. You actually burn more fuel in the winter than in the summer, because it's more difficult for that to aerosolize. It's like using an alcohol stove. Believe it or not, an alcohol stove, if you're into camping or anything like that, same thing. The fumes from the alcohol are what ignite. It's not just the straight up alcohol, it's the fumes when it aerosolizes. So if it's too cold and it can't aerosolize, you can't get a good flame, and you wind up consuming more fuel than you normally would. This, like I said, the downside with this is it's not really designed for lighters. You have to modify it, or you have to buy a new insert that works with lighters. I mean, for pipes. So that's my content on lighters. If I had to choose one, and I could only take one with me, it would probably be the Zippo with the regular Ronson lighter fluid, or Zippo lighter fluid. That stuff works in any weather. The only thing is it will dry out. What some guys do is they take Ranger bands or inner tube, and they wrap it around here, and that will actually make it seal a little better, so that you can keep it for longer periods of time without having to use the fuel. This one was given to me. I don't know by whom, and or either that or I inherited it. I don't think it was my father's though. But yeah, I don't take it out much, this particular one. I've had it for a few years now. But Zippos are cool, you get them in all colors and shapes, and you can go a little crazy with Zippos. Something like this is a more expensive lighter. I probably wouldn't take this out of the house, in all honesty. This is kind of something I leave in the house. Same with my Peterson Old Boy. I don't take it out of the house. I leave it home. Speaking of which, I might do a campfire tonight over by the up the hill there, so to speak. Perfect night for it, I got plenty of wood. Maybe I'll do one tonight. It'd be nice. Do like a Swedish fire torch or something like that. Sit up there, make some hot chocolate or something, or some hot tea. And just relax. Something about a nice campfire on a nice cool night, even a freezing night in the snow. a very nice rustic feel, you know. My dog is going crazy back here with a lot of little birds are in the yard now because a lot of the bigger birds are flying south and the little birds will stay up here. And there's lots of space for the little tiny guys to hide in this yard. So they do that, and they drive her crazy because, you know, her instincts are to chase things that fly and to chase things that crawl. She can't help it. It's you know, bred into them. I think I'm going to take the show on the road, so to speak. If I'm out of town or something like that, which I don't do frequently, but every now and then I have to go out of town for work. And or if I'm hiking or something, if I get a nice day off where I can go for a hike, I'll do a video, you know, just do some traveling, so it's not always here with me on my stoop reviewing a tobacco. The other thing I wanted to reach out to everybody with was I need tobacco blends to review. If you have recommendations, I can tell you right now, I'm really looking for Virginia blends. That would be nice. I do want to experiment more with the Virginia blends, especially next spring and summer, because I do tend to smoke more of those blends in the spring and summer. Something about the English and the Latakia blends and the Balkan blends that sits well with me. I really like the smoke from those. I will not be reviewing Elizabethan mixture, however. I smoked one bowl of that, and I got the worst case of nicotine sickness I have ever gotten. Yeah, it was one of those things where, like, wow, what did I do? I don't know if I'm going to make it. That type of thing. I got pretty sick and dizzy from it, and I had a full meal in me, too. It just didn't sit well with me. Yeah, it's extremely powerful, Elizabethan mixture. The same with Dunhill's Royal Yacht. I gotta tell you, that's an aromatic, and it's that European aromatic, so to speak. It's got that plum topping on it. Very similar to the London blend by Dan Tobacco. No. That is a powerful nicotine hit in that tobacco. So just because you hear that word, aromatic, don't always think it's going to be light on the nicotine hit, because it could be very heavy on the nicotine for you. Beautiful weather. I said a couple videos ago, I love the fall and the and winter. I really do. I like this brisk weather. Like I said, I want to do more outdoors. I feel during that time of the year. Definitely want to get on more hikes and things like that. I really enjoy this time of year for that reason. Thing is, I live in a very densely populated area, and there's like one or two places where you can go to do hikes and things like that. But you can do them. You know, you just have to go and do them. One of my friends and I today, I went to the gym today, and we were talking about choices in life, and how a lot of things we think are, oh, the world is just out to get me. It's really resulting on our own choices, you know? You know, if you're not getting to the gym as much as you want to, if you don't have some kind of physical ailment that's preventing you from doing it, and you'd rather, it's what's your priority? Do you really want to be in shape and go to the gym? Or would you rather, when you come home from work, watch television, watch the ball game or something like that? It's a matter of having a priority. And if your priority is the latter, then guess what? You're not going to be in shape. If, I had a friend who didn't do well in college when he first decided to go off to college. He did not do well at all. Actually finished this bowl. Never finished a bowl on video before. So he chose to party and things like that, and eventually he went back to school, got straight A's, and went on to become a physician, and he's a fantastic radiologist now, living out in California. And he's in amazing shape too. And I said to him, I asked him once, like, how did you turn it around? He says, I realized everything that had happened to me at that point was my choice. I chose to party rather than get the exercise that I needed. And I chose to party rather than study like I needed. So then I just made a choice to study and exercise. And that's all he did while he was in medical school. He studied and he worked out. And it's like, oh, but then some people say, oh, but I need to sleep. It says, well, you do need to sleep, of course, but you prioritize sleep then, life is about making actual choices a lot of times. And a lot of times the choices, and my buddy also said that he had to accept the choice he made, and that where he was at that time in his life was due to his choices, that he put himself there. And I think that's a big thing too, is learning that we make choices, and due to those choices, certain things may happen to us, and that's on us. My little dog is here. Yeah. You know what I was actually thinking of doing? You guys should check this out. I know I'm going to screw this up. It's paw something. Basically what it is dogs that serve in the military. And I know dogs that serve in the military are kind of in the news right now because of what happened with that ISIS commander. But so evidently dogs that serve in the military, 90% of them go home with their handlers from the military. And when they retire, their handlers will keep them. So there's that 10% that the handlers either can't take them because they don't have the property, they don't have the proper housing for them, things like that, or they have children that are allergic to dogs, things like that. So there's an adoption program for these types of dogs. They are military trained dogs, and people think, oh, I can't have an attack dog in my house. It's the most well-trained dog you're ever going to be around. You probably should take a quick class on learning how to handle them, and things like that, and work with the handler so that the dog obeys your commands and things like that. But I think that's a great idea to find them homes afterwards. It would be like housing a hero in your own home, a military hero in some respect. So I did talk to the wife about that. We're actually going to consider it. So we're looking at the website for that. And, that's something we wanted to do. It's funny. If you gave my wife and I unlimited resources, we would probably do animal charities, and I would definitely collect a few cars, but mostly animal charities, and I guess human charities too. I would do things for soldiers, and I would do things for animals. Right? It just seems like a good way to use my money, And it's funny because it's what we do now. It's like when I give to an organization, I usually give to a military organization, or I'll give to a police organization, things like that. I definitely, I give to a animal charity, a charity for dogs, cats, whatever. farm animals, I don't care. Animals are here just like us, and especially domesticated animals. You know, I do believe that we are the caretakers of the earth. You know, and as human beings, that we are the caretakers of the earth. I'm not some crazy environmentalist that thinks the world is going to end in 12 years. You know, but I don't subscribe to the extinction theory. But I do think that, you know, being environmentally responsible is never a bad thing as a person. You know, and then you can take anything too far. Well, listen, don't want to chat your ears off. Thank you guys for watching all these videos. So leave in the comments, please. Tobacco blends you think I should review that I haven't reviewed yet. And let me know what you think about me going on the road, doing hikes, things like that, taking you guys with me. Or I have to, of course, I have a tripod. So yeah, I'll bring the tripod with me. That's what I'll do. All right. Section 333 out, everybody. Have a good one. Get yourself some Maltese Falcon. Trust me, you'll love it. Later.